Battle for the future of Horseheaven Hills as state advisors are facing a deadline to reconsider a wind farm proposal on the governor's orders. Plus, Yakima Police Chief Matt Murray on his way out.
And I greet everybody every day. I'll miss that.
But our investigation found he is not leaving under good terms. Changes are coming to downtown Pasco, billed as a way to improve the environment for businesses. Across the river, the Benton County Canine Shelter is growing, and we're getting a look ahead at the future. And tempers flare at a small-town city council meeting.
This town is the laughing stock of the state of Washington. You don't have to pay for
This after $22,000 was stolen and what police suspect was an inside job. New details tonight on Apple Valley News Now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, prime time on your side.
And we begin with breaking news from Mabton. A deputy city clerk who was arrested on accusations of stealing $22,000 from the city will not be charged. Thanks for joining us. I'm Alyssa Warner. Police say Juliana Morales told them she was taking cash and checks from the city to the bank in broad daylight when she says a man came up and stole the bag. But police say the getaway car belonged to her boyfriend's mother. They believe it was an inside job. 5 days after the crime, they arrested Morales. Today, police arrested the boyfriend's brother, but say the charges against Morales will not be filed pending further investigation. Now, this is raising questions for the mayor. We're taking a closer look at those concerns coming up later in the newscast. Now, we're just about 2 months from the deadline for another decision on the controversial Horseheaven Hills wind farm project. So far this month on Apple Valley News Now, we have heard from advocates and opponents. I also reached out to Benton County to talk about restrictions on the area. Up in the Horseheaven Hills of Benton County, there's not much to see. Just 2-lane roads, dryland wheat fields, occasional birds, and the wind. Benton County Planning Manager Michelle Mercer says that's because the county made a deliberate choice to keep things this way.
The Washington State Legislature enacted something called the Growth Management Act, and that is to kind of regulate what we have been used to in the Tri-Cities as kind of suburban sprawl. We want to kind of keep all of our density and all of our housing in the urban centers and then slowly grow out from there. And so our county zoning mirrors that, where we have an urban growth area for residential around the city limits, and then it gets bigger as you go further away from the city limit periphery.
By the time you get to the hills south of Kennewick, most land is broken up in lots of 20 acres or more. But Mercer says for the Horseheaven Hills specifically, there is another layer of protection.
Benton County is mandated by the state to protect and conserve agricultural lands, and so we're trying to uphold the regulations of the Growth Management Act by preserving these areas, which is why we don't want to see them converted into industrial areas for renewable energy projects.
Scout Clean Energy has proposed a huge wind farm that would significantly change the look of these hills. There's also concern that it would impact endangered hawks. The Washington Energy Facility Site Evaluation Council, or FSEC, pared down the proposal in part to protect the hawk's habitat. But Scout Clean Energy says those protections go far beyond the standard, adding that hawks aren't currently living in many of the areas FSEC has listed for protection, and saying the hawks are unlikely to return because more and more homes are being built in the area. Mercer says that's not exactly what's happening.
The Horseheaven area is zoned GMA agriculture. It's a protection of large agricultural areas, and it doesn't allow for other development to happen like residential housing or industrial uses or that sort of thing. The intent is really to protect agriculture and not allow a lot of other incompatible uses to happen in that area.
The county designated this area as agricultural well before Scout Clean Energy proposed bringing a wind farm to the region. And Mercer says from a legal standpoint, it's not really clear how to remove those protections.
Right now, our hands are tied just because of the Growth Management Act and the need to preserve the farmland. And maybe we can, de-designate farmland in the future for these projects if the state gives us guidance on how to do that. But right now, they haven't really given us that criteria. They gave us the criteria to designate the farmland as, commercially significant and to protect it, but they haven't kind of instructed us how to undo that for these types of uses.
Advocates say because this is dryland wheat country, once the turbines are installed, farming can continue around them. Mercer isn't so sure.
Because the wind farms are industrial in nature and they tend to break up the agricultural use either by fences or by the turbines themselves or something like that, then you kind of see this patchwork pattern and it's not as consistent. And so a lot of the agricultural that's viable here needs to be an industrial scale or a large scale swath. And so by having a wind farm 26 miles across this area, it kind of breaks up the ability to have consistent farming all the way through it.
Now, we've been tracking this, of course, for months. Governor Inslee was supposed to make a decision on the wind farm proposal this spring. He sent it back to the Advisory Council, directing them to take another look to find a way to move forward on the entire project, not the scaled back version they recommended. The deadline to get that review done is coming up just over 2 months from tonight. And we do have to say it is really windy out there if you have some wind turbines out in the hills. Stacey Lee is tracking that for us.
You got that right. It's been very windy. These are the sustained wind speeds right now in our area, but we've been seeing gusts at Pasco Airport 35 to 40 miles an hour and 40 plus miles an hour through Ellensburg this evening. The winds will start to die down a little bit tonight, but they're going to be right back tomorrow. All of my tower cameras have been shaking tonight. 73 degrees right now with a beautiful sunset just happening out in our skies. The winds sustain speeds at 19 miles an hour and that sunset time at 8:52. We're looking for lows tonight all through the area in the 50s. Those gusty winds will reduce down to breezy winds, but they'll be back tomorrow. Let's take a quick peek for the next 3 days. Gusty winds once again tomorrow in the Yakima area. Temperatures much cooler, 70s and 80s. Breezy winds for the Tri-Cities for the next few days. We've got those breezy winds in Walla Walla with temperatures only hitting 77 tomorrow, quite the cool down. And in Hermiston, a little bit closer to 80 there with those breezy to gusty winds. Just to recap, partly cloudy and breezy for us tonight. Cooler with gusty winds once again tomorrow. Mountain showers, we're seeing some falling tonight in the Cascades. And then we'll have temperatures hovering in the 80s and 90s just in time for the weekend. I'll get to all those details coming up in your First Alert full weather forecast. Alyssa.
Thanks, Stacey. Matt Murray has been the Yakima police chief for 5 years now, but it is his last week on the job. Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell began investigating Murray's sudden departure after he announced back in May that he would be retiring at the end of June. Through documents and interviews, Goodell has since learned he is also a finalist to become the Spokane police chief, and that his departure from Yakima isn't all on good terms.
I learned through trusted sources outside of the Yakima Police Patrolmen's Association that the union had taken a vote of no confidence in the chief and presented it to the city about a month before Murray announced his retirement. That's why I filed a public records request with the city on May 10th. Asking for documentation on Chief Murray, including complaints or investigations. Those records requested more than a month ago have been delayed twice. The city telling me it needs more time to gather the information as well as staffing to handle the workload. I also reached out to the Yakima Police Patrolmen's Association, but they declined to comment. Chief Murray's office reached out to me last week and asked if I would like to talk to Chief Murray before he leaves the department. So I put my questions to him directly.
Looking into things, I learned about the vote of no confidence by the union, and I was wondering if that had any effect on your decision to leave.
So first of all, there was no vote of no confidence. There was a vote whether they should have a vote. So there were people who certainly were wanting to have that kind of conversation, but it didn't happen.
But that is not true. A trusted source gave me a copy of that vote of no confidence. It shows that out of 88 YPPA members who participated in the vote, 82% said they had no confidence in Murray as their chief. The documents start with a 6-page memo dated April 8th from YPPA Chairman Jim Yates to Interim City Manager Dave Zabel, detailing union members' concerns. Quote, as the chief of police, he should embody the mission, vision, and values of the Yakima Police Department. Instead, he has developed a culture of distrust, poor leadership, favoritism, and hostility within the department. His decisions have directly jeopardized public safety and the safety of those employed to protect our community. What follows is 34 pages of comment after comment from officers detailing the negative effects of Murray's leadership and actions. Comments like morale continues to degrade and seeking help for mental health issues seems a taboo. The chief does not care about us, and the chief only cares about himself. In 2022, Chief Murray requested a confidential survey of union members. He even approved the questions ahead of time. According to the union's memo, when it came time to go over the results, Chief Murray allegedly said, "I didn't read it, it's garbage." I obtained a copy of the survey through a public records request in 2023. Some of the answers in the survey include officers and detectives being asked to do 5 times the caseload, causing burnout and PTSD. Another Another officer saying, quote, "I want to leave the department. Every case I can't work causes stress for me and I feel like I've failed my victims." I asked Chief Murray about the results of the survey and he says when it comes to this line of work, there's always friction.
Yeah, I got to be honest with you. I'm not dismissive of what the union said, but you really have to take it with a grain of salt, and the public should too, because there's only so much you could do, and there's some people that it doesn't matter what you do, you're not going to make them happy.
Several other rank and files say in the survey the chief was more concerned about his public image than anything.
I just don't really spend a lot of time worrying about that. I make decisions based on what I think is the right thing to do. Do you care? Of course I care. Of course I care what the union thinks, what the membership thinks. But there's just as many, if not more, people who are very supportive of what we're doing, and they're just quiet about it.
I asked if, looking back, there's anything he wished he had done differently.
This generation wants a lot of communication. They want to know things. They want to be involved early in the conversation. They want to have voice, and those things I think I do okay, but I think I could do better, and I would. I think that those are important things to think about.
When it comes to responding to union concerns,
Were there any things that they brought up, over the years that you really looked at and you were like, hey, that's something that, I can work on, or that I can get other people to work on, or things that, where you believe those concerns were, valid and actionable?
Sure.
Such as?
I'll keep that between me and the union.
while the survey is a good snapshot of the force 2 years ago, we wanted to know if anything had changed. In an exclusive interview, former Yakima police officer Matt Drumheller told me he left back in February to go into the private sector. He says family and general pressures on police officers contributed to his decision, but ultimately it was the leadership that made it final.
Chief Murray, he'll walking down the hallways, he treats you well. He interacts with you well. It's just the problem is when we come to him and say, hey, there's a problem, we get crickets. Nothing.
Drumheller says when he and others raised concerns over new mandates for patrol officers, Chief Murray wouldn't address them.
You have guys calling in on traffic stops when there's nobody available to back them up because everybody else is tied on a call. But if you don't get your 4 traffic stops a day, you're going to face discipline. That's the precedent being set. And that's just killing morale even more. It's making guys doubt themselves, and it's making it harder for people to spend time on reports and investigations that matter.
Drumheller says he and other people get into policing to make a difference, but he says that wasn't the goal of YPD under Murray's leadership.
You see a lot of those things where we're talking about like the stat base, like how many traffic stops, how many arrests did you make? No, that's not what it is. It's what did I do today to impact someone's life, to try to make their life better. Those are more meaningful things.
Drumheller says YPD has a reputation in the law enforcement community for having top leaders that don't listen. According to the vote of no confidence, staffing has steadily decreased over Murray's tenure, YPPA going from 116 members when Murray started as chief in May 2019 to just 108 at the time of their memo to the city.
We have hired a lot of people, but for a while more were leaving than coming in, and it's just really tough to stem the tide.
Despite the survey and why Drumheller left the department, both union members in those documents and the former officer say Chief Murray has made significant positive impacts during his time with YPD.
Murray's helped achieve some good things. He changed a lot of our policies that were outdated and gave us a little bit more modern policing. That he empowered that. Absolutely good. There's always good.
Under Murray's leadership, the department started a groundbreaking citywide domestic violence coalition, a massive indictment of prison gang members in conjunction with state, federal, and local partners, the implementation of flock cameras, new patrol cars, and uniform changes. Murray himself walking thousands of miles through neighborhoods across Yakima to get to know the community. The department's mission statement under Murray:
reduce violent crime through exceptional customer service.
Now Murray is facing 2 paths forward, one toward retirement and another as a candidate in the top 5 for Spokane Police Chief. We'll continue to keep you updated as we learn more. Reporting from the Yakima newsroom, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Emily. New rules begin tomorrow in Pasco. Police will be giving warnings to anyone who is sitting or lying down in the downtown business area between 6 a.m. and midnight. This is called a sit-lie ordinance, and it's not the first time Pasco has had one, but police tell us earlier versions weren't enforceable, and they were still getting concerns from business owners.
So if the sidewalks are constantly being blocked and people are having to come down and they're now having to walk in the street to get around people that are sitting and laying on the sidewalk to go to businesses, people generally just don't want to deal with that and will find somewhere else to take their business. And that's hurting our business downtown.
Now, there are exceptions built into the rule for people who have to sit down or lie down because of a medical emergency and for special events like parades. Now, there has been some pushback against sit-lie laws because often the people who are impacted the most are experiencing homelessness. We're currently waiting on a decision from the Supreme Court about whether cities can punish people for sleeping in public. A lower federal court years ago ruled that it was unconstitutional to ban people from sleeping in public if they had nowhere else to go. And still ahead tonight, we are checking in on the Benton County Canine Shelter, already growing, preparing to get even bigger. And they're hoping that extra capacity will actually help them keep numbers lower. We're going to explain in just a moment. Plus, call it the winds of change. We are tracking a dramatic drop in the temperatures coming in with that wind you're seeing there. It won't last, though. Stacey has the details in your First Alert weather forecast.
During our Patriot sale, you'll get amazing values.
Like a Sealy Queen mattress for $3.99.
Come to Mattress Depot USA.
Before our Patriot sale ends.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So it's right here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Need a new furry pal? It's Operation Best Friend from Apple Valley News Now. Each Wednesday, we'll feature lovable pets from area shelters wanting forever homes. Operation Best Friend from Windermere Group 1 and Apple Valley News Now.
Celebrate Independence Day the Tri-Cities way. The River of Fire Festival is back Thursday, July 4th. It's a blast with something for everyone. Free admission and free parking. Kids Zone, Food Truck Alley, plus live music on 2 stages. Park entrance closes at 9 p.m. and the legendary River of Fire fireworks show starts at 10. The River of Fire, presented by Giza Credit Union and these sponsors. The annual River of Fire 2024, Thursday, July 4th.
Hit the open road and head to Wild Horse Resort and Casino for the $160,000 Ultimate American Road Trip. Every Friday and Saturday, cruise in and win free play, gas cards, or up to $50,000 cash. Earn entries every day and multiply them on select Mondays. Then on June 29th, win your choice of $30,000 cash or a new Mustang. Keep playing in July to win a shiny new Harley. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Welcome to Good Shepherd Healthcare System, where every door can lead to hope and healing, better health, positive outcomes, and a brighter future for your family. We believe in personalized care. Whether you're here for a routine checkup, a complicated surgery, or to visit a loved one, step through our doors and experience the personalized, compassionate care that we're known for. Good Shepherd Healthcare System. Patients first, always.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Get $5,750 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle. That's 10% below MSRP.
See your community Chevy dealers.
At Mattress Depot USA, we realize your top priority is to get a quality mattress at a great price.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Welcome back. The Benton County Canine Shelter is adding more resources, not only to help more animals, but the people who are connecting with those animals. Apple Valley News Now's Monique Ledesma says the new changes could be a really positive thing for adoption numbers.
Benton County Canine Manager Josh Castilleja says one of the big changes is how they are available for the public. The canine shelter is extending its business days. It's also moving towards a 24/7 on-call service. With those changes, means adding more staff.
Instead of, us being kind of crammed for people, now we can have some designated people to kind of talk about details on the dog that they're wondering about, or spending that one-on-one time with them. That'll all just get better with more people.
Castilleja says the shelter has hired 3 full-time animal control officers just to keep things on track. But they could use more help in the way of volunteers.
I've already added about 7 to our volunteer list. We're still looking for more. So yeah, I tell everybody, if you've ever wanted to help out with dogs, take dogs on walks, as long as you're 18 and over, please come in and fill out an application to volunteer for us.
Another change the community will see soon is expansion plans. This will allow the shelter to help serve more animals.
Our kennel space is very limited right now. We have 16 kennels in total, not including medical rooms or puppy rooms, but we're looking to up that from 16 to at least 32.
I spoke with Greg Wint, who is the Director of Community Development of Benson County, and he says the expansion plans are already underway.
Selected an architectural and interior firm that has started the process of putting design options together for us. And over the course of the summer, we're going to be looking at those and starting a path forward.
Wint says moving into the fall, they still will be looking at a few different design options, and then from there start a bidding process for contractors. Reporting in Kennewick, Monique Ledesma, Apple Valley News Now.
And construction is expected to start and finish next year. The shelter is currently open Monday through Saturday, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And it's been a windy one today, and we also see those dark clouds moving through the area. They didn't leave any rain behind, unfortunately. We could use some of that. But we're staying dry tonight. Windy, 73 degrees. Winds are sustained at 19. They've been gusting as high as 35 and 40 miles per hour at the Pasco Airport tonight. We're also seeing those strong gusty winds in the Kittitas Valley. Temperatures are cooling down, 50s and 60s already in the Kittitas Valley. We're in the low and mid 70s here in the Yakima Valley, mid 70s here for the Columbia Basin. A cool 67 in Dayton, 68 Pendleton, 70 Walla Walla. Weather pattern for tomorrow. We have an upper level system. It's going to be impacting the west side. Again, those showers staying there, moving across the Cascades, staying to the north of the Tri-Cities. We could see some showers up along the Canadian border and into the Spokane and Idaho panhandle tomorrow. But once the evening comes, those showers will dry up and our winds will start to decrease after that system moves out. We'll have a ridge of high pressure moving in for the weekend. Let's take a look at our wind speeds. It's been gusty all day long. We're going to continue to see those wind gusts. We're starting to calm down around midnight tonight. But don't worry, the winds come right back bright and early tomorrow morning. So a blustery morning to start your day. Those winds really start to pick up here in the Yakima Valley. Anywhere where those mountain gaps are, that's where you're going to see the strongest to gustiest winds all the way down into the Columbia Basin. So once again, our fire danger is elevated due to the strong gusty winds and the dry conditions out there. So we want to be fire wise as we get a little bit closer to the second weekend of summer. Let's talk temperatures. We have a big drop off tomorrow. As you can see, we're going to drop almost 10 degrees below the average in Yakima. Then those temperatures steadily rise as we head into the weekend. Tri-Cities dropping also down below our average by a few less degrees. Then we'll taper off on Monday, Tuesday, right about where we should be for the year. I was taking a look at some records on this day in 2021. It was 110 degrees in the Tri-Cities. So it's been relatively mild so far, and the temperature roller coaster just continues to do its thing as we head into that wrapping up the first official week of summer. Partly cloudy, breezy outside. Look at those temperatures all through the area. Good sleeping temperatures in the 50s all through the area tonight. For tomorrow, we're going to see mostly sunny skies, those breezy winds, most of the showers staying north of Moses Lake up towards the Spokane area, but we'll see 60s, 70s, and maybe the low 80s right there in the Columbia Basin. Our 7-day planning forecast, look for those strong gusty winds tomorrow afternoon in the Yakima Valley. The Kittitas Valley will see them as well. We have the cool down into the 80s for, well, it looks like the foreseeable future in Yakima. Tri-Cities will touch 90 degrees this weekend, but cool back down into the lower portion of the 80s with lots of sunshine. So I'm kind of excited about how Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are looking next week. Look for a slight chance of a stray shower coming through the Walla Walla area, foothills of the Blues, and cool temperatures at 77. And here's your 7-day planner for Hermiston. Once again, those breezy winds, the little warm up on Saturday, and then we cool back down, staying into the 80s as we get through. So again, with those gusty winds and dry conditions, fire danger elevated. Be fire wise out there. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Benton County is celebrating the latest graduate of Recovery Court, which is a way to give people a second chance as a reward for committing to recovery. We're going to hear from today's graduate coming up on Apple Valley News Now.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, "I can't do this alone." And we said, "That's okay, we'll figure it out together." If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center, Pasco. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
A lot is changing in our community right now. New roads, new schools, and new opportunities. We're growing, and that means there are more cars on our streets than ever before. That's why we're expanding our facilities and services. So no matter what roads lie ahead, you'll always find your way home.
Find your way home in a new 2024 Chevy Silverado with financing as low as 1.9% from McCurley Chevrolet.
Applying for Social Security disability benefits is the easy part. It's the winning that's tough.
Unfortunately, Social Security denies most people.
The best way to increase your chances of winning benefits is by hiring a lawyer.
I've helped more people win disability benefits than any other attorney in Central Washington.
If you can't work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411, Bothwell and Hamill.
Hi, I'm David Smith.
And I'm Tori Smith, local owners of Mattress Depot USA.
We both grew up in the Seattle area.
But unlike our large competitors, we still live in this community.
We do business with local manufacturers from right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, we realize that your top priority is to get a quality mattress at the best possible price. And that's what we do.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got you covered. We offer a variety of buildings and sheds that come with a 5-year limited warranty, free delivery, and setup. Whether you're ready to custom create your space or just need extra storage, we're here to help every step of the way. All in-stock buildings can be delivered within 7 to 10 days and custom builds in 3 to 4 weeks. So what are you waiting for? Find your perfect building or shed today with Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds in West Richland.
Well, it was a celebration in the Benton County Justice Center today as congratulations were in order for a graduate of the Recovery Court program. This is something that the Justice Center offers as an opportunity for people who struggle with addiction to get the help they need and help them take a fresh look at life. The program is not a walk in the park. In order to graduate, each participant needs to complete various tasks, including community service hours, court appearances, and drug test. Today's graduate says she hopes she can inspire other people to beat their addictions.
I will forever be staying sober, and right after this is reestablishing relationships and family connections. I would also like to start regularly volunteering or maybe even secure some part-time employment. I'd like to share my story with all the ugly, brutal truths to help others face their stories and hopefully seek help for themselves.
There you go. That is the tradition. At the end of each program, each graduate gets to shred their previous criminal records. Well, still ahead tonight, the mayor of Mabton running from our questions at a city council meeting where she refused calls to resign. An alleged robbery scheme involving a city employee, just the latest concern. That in-depth report next on Apple Valley News Now.
Jessica Julol and Jules Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
You're gonna need a new bumper.
Did you say burger? Guac?
Teriyaki sauce, burger, pineapple, cheese, burger, pineapple, cheese, teriyaki.
Brace yourself, the new teriyaki burger, only at Carl's Jr.
Big burger! Good burger. Here's to feeling at home on mountain trails, playing by the river all day, exploring your favorite off-beaten paths and terrains, or simply savoring your favorite foods. Here's to Subaru season. Experience all our hometown summers have to offer with the new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru. Your way home.
Get a new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru today with 2.9% financing.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance some new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center Pasco. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
The pursuit of happiness starts with a good night's sleep.
It's your patriotic right to get fantastic savings on premium quality mattress sets.
We source from local manufacturers to get the finest quality and comfort at the lowest price.
During our Patriot Sale, you'll get amazing values.
Like $3.99 for a queen-size Sealy plush mattress.
Or an adjustable bed for $9.99.
To celebrate, come to Mattress Depot USA.
Before our Patriot Sale ends.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
When you get hurt on the job, you never know if you're going to get paid by Labor and Industries. Let Bothwell and Hamill fight on your behalf for your workers' comp. We can often increase your compensation. The sooner you call us, the better. If you were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
It's time. Time to let your soul breathe a little, to feel the sun on your face, and to feel alive again. It's time to dust off the clubs, to treat yourself, and test out your lungs. It's time to get away to the place that's not so far away, Lakeside Coeur d'Alene. Win a dream giveaway at cda4.fun.
Independence Day the Tri-Cities way. The River of Fire Festival is back Thursday, July 4th. It's a blast with something for everyone. Free admission and free parking. Kids Zone, Food Truck Alley, plus live music on 2 stages. Park entrance closes at 9 p.m. and the legendary River of Fire fireworks show starts at 10. The River of Fire, presented by Gisa Credit Union and these sponsors. The annual River of Fire 2024, Thursday, July 4th.
Is that Carl's Jr.'s 2 for $6 double take deal? I get 2 charcoal cheesy, juicy, crunchy, melty, spicy choices for $6? I need to do a double take. 2 irresistible items, $6. Only at Carl's Jr.
Big burger! Good burger.
This is Apple Valley News Now, prime time on your side.
Thanks for staying with us this evening. The mayor of Mabton is facing serious questions about her leadership, not only from people in the community, but her own city council. The council meeting last night was standing room only, with many people concerned about thousands of dollars in cash and checks stolen from the city. As we told you at the top of the hour, a city employee suspected in relation to the crime, not facing charges right now. Others at the city council meeting said that theft is just the most recent problem. When Apple Valley News Now's Emily Goodell tried to get answers from the mayor ran from the room.
For the people of Mabton, the missing $22,000 is just the tip of the iceberg.
This town is laughing stock of the state of Washington.
The city's finances in question.
We've been telling them for months that we're operating illegally. We have no budget.
I've been asking and asking and asking for it.
Council members voting blind on issues or not at all because they say agendas for city meetings come in at the last minute.
It's always computers down, we're too busy, we're short-staffed. Always an excuse.
And the mayor's response to the community questioning the competency of the people she's hired.
I trust my staff.
That statement coming just days after Deputy City Clerk Juliana Morales arrested on suspicion of first-degree theft after police say she stole $22,000 from the city in a fake robbery scheme, including $13,000 in cash and $9,000 in checks, some from city residents.
Those checks have names, addresses, routing numbers, account numbers. That's a green flag for identity theft.
The mayor hung up on me Monday when I tried to ask her about the theft, ignored follow-up calls, and failed to return a message I left at City Hall when I was told she wasn't in. So I tried again to talk to her after the meeting.
Hi, my name's Emily. I tried to talk to you on the phone the other day. I was wondering if I could talk to you about what's happening with the city. The questions I have aren't for the chief. They're about whether or not the city is going to be able to pay its bills with the $22,000 that's missing. And whether or not the employees will be on administrative leave.
Running away. That happened just after a heated meeting where most council members called for her resignation.
Due to incompetency and violation of her oath of office.
But the mayor stood her ground.
And I'm not going to resign.
Councilmember Diana Castaneda, who was also the mayor's mother, called out those who spoke against her daughter by name.
Why didn't you guys run for mayor? Laura, why didn't you run? Nobody wanted you. Why didn't
she
run?
cheated.
Why didn't you run?
Wait a minute.
Why did you
She
not
violated the oath when she ran for mayor. You don't have the right to put me out in a council meeting, Diana. That's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit right there.
The council saying no more.
This is our chamber, not the mayor's like she tells us.
But we need to, yes.
We were just told, we need to use our voices. We're the boss, not you.
The people of Mabton saying they've had enough.
You should have stepped down, Rachel. You've done a lot of things wrong. We're starting a recall and it's gonna happen.
The council says sooner rather than later. In Mabton, Emily Goodell, Apple Valley News Now.
Now, one council member told us all of them, except the mayor's mother, have signed on to a recall petition. In Franklin County, a former Mesa city official has been arrested accused of misusing government funds there. The Franklin County Sheriff's Office says Charmaine Halverson has been under investigation for theft, misappropriation by treasurer, injury to public record, and official misconduct. She's accused of making nearly $10,000 worth of unauthorized purchases while serving as the treasurer of Mesa, which only brings in about $350,000 per year, according to a state audit published last year. State records show that Mesa was audited for fraud in 2022. The state says the investigation started in August when the city notified the auditor's office about potential loss of public funds. Another report from the state auditor's office quotes the city as saying, in 2021, our city clerk treasurer resigned on June 1st. By 2022, we were on our third new clerk with little experience. Now, the state auditor's office reports do not give the names of the clerks involved. Let's switch gears here and talk about your forecast. We've been hearing the winds pick up outside, Stacey.
We'll take a peek at the winds. Let's talk about a little bit of rain. And we were telling you we've been seeing those showers moving across on top of the Cascade Mountains tonight. High and dry in the Columbia Basin, although we do see the clouds. And way off to the east in Idaho, they're getting some pretty substantial lightning, not in our forecast area. But there it is. So overall, we're staying dry tonight, even though you see those dark clouds outside. Now, the winds have been an issue. They're starting to finally decrease slightly in the Columbia Basin, but we've been seeing gusts between 35 and 40 miles an hour at the Pasco Airport. Very gusty in the Kittitas Valley with wind gusts there close to 40 to 45 miles an hour. 71 degrees right now on our Skycam. Those winds again starting to decrease. Tonight we'll see that even better, cloudy and breezy. Winds reducing 10 to 15 miles per hour. And planning your day out the door tomorrow, it's looking good. About 10 degrees cooler tomorrow morning than it was this morning. You'll see the mid 70s by by lunchtime. Partly cloudy skies, but those will start to clear out later in the afternoon as that system moves across our region. And then we'll see temperatures just about 80 or just under 80 in the Tri-City. So, not a bad looking morning out there. We just want to be safe. It is going to be windy, so plan accordingly. Alyssa?
Thanks, Stacey. Tonight we're tracking developing news from the Supreme Court after a second major decision on abortion was posted ahead of time. The Supreme Court says someone inadvertently and briefly uploaded a document about a ruling on Idaho's abortion law. That ruling has not been officially released. And if that all sounds familiar, that may be because 2 years ago, the Supreme Court's decision on overturning Roe v. Wade was leaked ahead of time as well. In this case, abortion is expected to be a big focus of the first presidential debate of the 2024 campaign. President Biden and former President Trump face off tomorrow evening. ABC News coverage starts right here on our channel at 5. We will have your local news at 4:30 and then after the debate wraps up tomorrow evening. Now today, the Supreme Court did release a ruling about social media. There's been debate over whether the Biden administration went too far in trying to crack down on controversial posts about things like COVID-19 and election security. Lower federal courts said that officials put too much pressure on social media companies to limit those posts, which they counted as unconstitutionally limiting conservative points of view. But the Supreme Court ruled 6-3 today that the lawsuit never should have been allowed in the first place. All right, as we mentioned, we were talking windy conditions this evening, a little bit of rain in some areas. That is bringing another drop in the temperature roller coaster. Stacey Lee has a look at when the next twist is coming ahead in your First Alert forecast.
Hello there, watch live with Kelly and Mark.
Weekday mornings at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Swing into Fred's Appliance today for our 4th of July celebration. Whether you're eyeing the sleek Bosch dishwasher, the innovative GE Profile laundry machine, the ultra-efficient Maytag Pet Pro Series, or the luxurious Frigidaire Professional package, we have what you need ready to go. With massive savings, special rebates, and a variety of models and colors, Fred's offers the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in our region. Celebrate this 4th of July with explosive deals and walk away with your new appliance today.
Researching childhood vaccines often feels like this.
When T lymphocytes recognize antigens.
They are lying to us. Vaccines are just another plot to make money.
The most important thing parents should know about vaccines is...
Accept my cookies. Sign up for the newsletter. Sorry, you've reached your free article limit.
There's a simpler way to get answers. Visit vaccinesmartwa.org.
Once in a while, we all want to go wild. We just need a little help. Meet a little help. The 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Wild Edition goes over any terrain, so you can go all out. Get a wild deal on a Bronco Sport today. Lease a Bronco Sport Wild Edition for $339 a month for 36 months, or purchase with $3.9 for 36 and get $2,000 wild bonus cash.
Hi, I'm David Smith.
And I'm Tori Smith, local owners of Mattress Depot USA.
We both grew up in the Seattle area.
But unlike our large competitors, we still live in this community.
We do business with local manufacturers from right here in the Pacific Northwest.
Hey, we realize that your top priority is to get a quality mattress at the best possible price. And that's what we do.
And it never hurts to do business with someone local.
Low prices every day. Mattress Depot USA.
Bikes, pancakes, a parade, the cardboard regatta, fireworks, and so much more as Apple Valley News Now welcomes Pasco's grand old 4th of July celebration. Get more information at PascoGeo4.com, and we'll see you at Pasco's grand old 4th of July.
Welcome back. The Tri-Cities Diversity Summit was held today at the Three Rivers Convention Center. It was hosted by the Tri-City Regional Chamber of Commerce. The summit is focused on helping local professionals and businesses of all sizes create more inclusive workplaces. So there were various speakers, breakout meetings, all discussing conflict and conversations in the workplace and how to have those difficult discussions in a civil manner and how to build a culture of understanding and collaboration. We met up with the keynote speaker, Dr. Kimberly Harden.
It's all about having a collective mindset instead of having an individualistic mindset. So we're all interconnected, right? There's the interdependence. Historically, there's been, since the modern ages, this whole mindset that we're self-made. Well, no one is really self-made, right? We all rely on each other.
This is the 6th year for the Diversity Summit. Various businesses from all across the Tri-Cities area attended the event.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Stacy Lee.
And let's take a look outside on our Legends Casino sky cam. 71 degrees. That sun is starting to set. It looks beautiful out there. We've had strong gusty winds all day. Winds are starting to decrease tonight, but they're going to be back tomorrow. So another blustery, windy day outside. Let's take a look and see what we've got temperature-wise around the region. It's cool tonight in Cle Elum. We're already down to 55 degrees, down in the 60s in Ellensburg and Yakima, 70s still here in the lower valley and Columbia Basin, and upper 60s along the foothills of the Blues. So the weather pattern tomorrow is going to bring more moisture to the west side and across the Cascade Mountains. A little bit of those showers are going to stay to the north of the Tri-Cities and move through Spokane into the Idaho Panhandle. Once the evening comes, those rains will start to dry up and the winds will start to decrease tomorrow night. But the winds have been the big story this afternoon. It's been very blustery outside. We're kind of calming down as we get into about midnight, but those winds quickly pick up tomorrow morning. Expect a blustery day. And we're going to watch those winds increase through the Yakima Valley. It's going to be very windy in those mountain gap ranges between the Kittitas Valley and the Yakima Valley down into the lower basin. Columbia Basin going to be breezy as well. So strong gusty winds, dry conditions, and fire danger remains high in our region. So be fire wise. Don't be the spark out there. All right, let's talk about overnight lows tonight. It's going to be comfortable. Good sleeping temperatures in the 50s. 56 Walla Walla, Tri-Cities, 52 in Yakima tonight, 57 in Hermiston, 54 in Connell. For tomorrow, look for sunny skies. Those gusty to breezy winds decreasing later in the evening. Temperatures much cooler, a good 10 degrees lower than what we were today. 81 for the Tri-Cities, 70s. Foothills of the Blues will stay in the middle 70s here in the Yakima and Kittitas Valley. Ellensburg, 69 degrees. So planning your day, look for those winds throughout the afternoon in Yakima. They'll pick up a little bit later in the day, get kind of intense there in the Yakima area. Tri-Cities going to be breezy winds. Now these are sustained winds with the gusts 25, 30, just kind of like we've been seeing this evening. Breezy to gusty winds in Walla Walla tomorrow. Look at your daytime temps, not too bad, middle 70s, decreasing to 73 overnight. You'll start at 62 in Hermiston, ending up in the 70s, and even windier there. So Hermiston will be dealing with some strong gusty winds for most of the day. Let's take a look at our 7-day planning forecast. Those gusty winds Thursday, we cool down and stay in the 80s in Yakima for the next 7 days. So that's pretty good. A little cool tomorrow at 75, 81 and breezy tomorrow in the Tri-Cities, 90s for your Saturday and Sunday. Lots of sunshine headed our way next week. In Walla Walla, there's a very slight chance of a stray shower. Most of those, again, staying north, more towards the Spokane area, but a very slight chance there. And temperatures hitting 90 on Saturday, back to the 80s Sunday through Wednesday next week in Walla Walla. And Hermiston also seeing those breezy winds with temps in the 70s. A brief warm up on Saturday to the 90s, back to the 80s as we get just a little bit closer to the 4th of July. Still to come, your viewer photo of the day. Melissa?
Thanks, Stacy. Well, we made it to midweek. That means it is time for Operation Best Friend. That's next on Apple Valley News Now.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
Hot Tub, Hot Tub, Hot Tub. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearing some new 2024 inventory. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. New 2024 inventory. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. See the revolutionary swim spa in action and save up to 60%. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Worry-free installation. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center Pasco. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Hit the open road and head to Wild Horse Resort and Casino for the $160,000 Ultimate American Road Trip. Every Friday and Saturday, cruise in and win free play, gas cards, or up to $50,000 cash. Earn entries every day and multiply them on select Mondays. Then on June 29th, win your choice of $30,000 cash or a new Mustang. Keep playing in July to win a shiny new Harley. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. More winners, more often.
Thanks to Les Schwab Tires, I'm a confident backseat driver, but Mom's a little stressed about spending. Remember, deep breaths and watch your speed. Even though we're watching our wallets, Les Schwab is still watching out for our safety. So turn here.
Roll into summer. Save up to $200 instantly on a wide selection of tires and wheels. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
At Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds, we've got you covered. We offer a variety of buildings and sheds that come with a 5-year limited warranty, free delivery, and setup. Whether you're ready to custom create your space or just need extra storage, we're here to help every step of the way. All in-stock buildings can be delivered within 7 to 10 days and custom builds in 3 to 4 weeks. So what are you waiting for? Find your perfect building or shed today with Columbia Basin Buildings and Sheds in West Richland.
Navigating a real estate transaction can be overwhelming, from finding the right property to navigating the closing process. That's why a successful real estate transaction requires a team of professionals. At Windermere, our team consists of experienced realtors to guide you through the process, an in-house marketing team to maximize your home's exposure, transaction coordinators to ensure accuracy throughout the transaction, and a network of local industry experts. With Windermere on your side, you can have peace of mind and confidence in your real estate journey.
It's a celebration of cab this summer in Walla Walla. Take part in special tastings of rare library wines, enjoy intimate winemaker dinners, and gain access to premium cabs during the wine panel presentation and tasting. Tickets are on sale now at wallawallawine.com.
The best way to end your day.
That is good TV.
Friends, tonight at 11:05.
Well, this week on Operation Best Friend, we get to meet Harold, and this is actually a family affair. His sister was recently featured as our pet of the week. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Haley. I'm with the Pitbull Pin, and I've got Harold here to meet you today. Harold's sister was on the show just a couple weeks ago, so he is from that same litter that was brought into the shelter when they were 3 days old, and he just had his first birthday last week. Harold is a Staffy Rottweiler Shepherd mix, and he is basically a big old lap dog, very, very affectionate. He loves everyone. He's great with kids. He's great with other dogs. He's even fine with cats. Harold likes swimming. He loves going on walks. He loves chew toys. He's a tough chewer, so he can mow through some toys. He loves the water. His all-time favorite toy is sticks, so luckily nature provides him with plenty of those. He's great in public places. He's been to Live at 5 and he did fantastic. And he rides great in the car, so that makes it easier to get him there. He's just really gentle-natured, all-around fantastic dog, so he gets away with being a giant lap dog. He'll fit in with whatever hobby it is you want to do. Fantastic for any family. He knows sit and lay down, but he is still a puppy, so further training is probably going to be necessary as he gets older. And if you adopt Harold, you'll be getting a $50 gift card to Paws Natural Pet Emporium. So in addition to all those sticks that he loves, you'll be able to get him some of his favorite tough chewer toys.
All right, now if you need to see Harold again, or if you want to see any of the pets that we've had on Operation Best Friend, you can find all of those on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. We're also going to take a final look at your forecast and your viewer picture of the day when we come right back.
No matter how he got here, how alone she feels, how they've struggled to support their best friend. What's important is this moment, when they reached out and said, "I can't do this alone." And we said, "That's okay. We'll figure it out together." If you or a loved one needs support, our trained counselors can help you too. 988, anywhere, anytime.
Here's to feeling at home on mountain trails, playing by the river all day, exploring your favorite off-beaten paths and terrains, or simply savoring your favorite foods. Here's to Subaru season. Experience all our hometown summers have to offer with the new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru. Your way home.
Get a new Subaru Outback from McCurley Subaru today with 2.9% financing.
Save thousands on the new revolutionary swim spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. 2 locations, Spokane and Pasco. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation in 1 day only. New 2024 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center and Hapo Center Pasco. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Going up against Social Security for disability benefits when you can't work, that's scary. Going up against labor and industries for workers' comp when you're hurt at work, that's scary. But calling in Bothwell and Hamill, that gives you confidence. If you can't work or were hurt at work, let us go to work to get you benefits.
Call 509-584-4411 for a free consultation. Bothwell and Hamill.
Stan's gonna ride the Nebula Drop Tower.
Finally! I'm ready to ascend to the clouds, to go where no dino has gone before. Goodbye, Earth. Hi, Alice!
Whoa! He doesn't know it comes back down?
Apparently not. I'll let you know when I hit orbit. Drop Tower, I get it.
Triple Play has fun attractions for everyone, including go-karts, mini golf, and many more, all attached to a cozy hotel.
You thought it would bust through the ceiling?
You came through a portal from another dimension. Weird stuff happens.
Welcome to the Drive Like a Pro League. Today we've got Kevin facing off against his Thursday commute. Let's see if he can bring that safety A game. He's off. He makes room for a cyclist, and he's already got pedestrians up ahead. He gets the stop. Incredible. Let's take another look at that. Kevin showing excellent technique. As soon as he approaches the crosswalk, he applies that inside brake pressure. The crowd can't believe it. Be like Kevin. Drive like a pro.
Jessica Jalol and Jules Sperling. Good Morning Northwest, weekdays on your side.
Welcome back. We're going to end on a high note with a viewer picture.
Viewer photo of the day. I would wait and look forward to this. And this is a beautiful one, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know much about Maple Valley. I believe it's on the west side near Kent area. So I'm guessing that's Mount Rainier.
It looks like it to me. I never got too close to it.
Right, it was beautiful. Thanks, Jeannie. Remember, if you want to get your weather photo on TV, the QR code on the right side of your screen, take your smartphone, snap a photo, it'll take you right to the landing page, or simply go to applevalleynewsnow.com, click on the weather tab, and that's where you can upload your photos. All right, let's plan your day tomorrow with those temperatures. You're going to see a few clouds here and there. Those breezy and gusty winds, though, by 8 in the morning, especially in the Tri-Cities, it's going to be windy. The winds pick up a little later in the afternoon in Yakima, and breezy winds pretty much all day in Walla Walla. Mid-70s by the afternoon, and we could just touch 80 degrees briefly in the Tri-Cities, but most of us cooling down way below our average for tomorrow. Here's that 7-day planner. Again, those breezy and gusty winds. Look for the really gusty winds in the afternoon in Yakima. Temperature roller coaster right into the weekend and first part of next week. I see lots of sunshine headed our way, and only we have a very slight chance of some showers happening tomorrow in Walla Walla. Like a 10% chance. Other than that, looking pretty good.
That looks great to me.
There you go.
Thanks, Stacy, and thank you so much for watching. You can always find the latest on our website, applevalleynewsnow.com. We're back tonight at 11.
Good night.